Foolish Couple. I'm Andrew.
And I'm Minna.
And we're the founders of the Foco Academy, functional nutrition specialists and life coaches. We help people achieve whole life success by applying the success principles to the 3 areas of life that money can't buy. That is health, time, and love, your relationships. We started releasing our Boost Your Immunity blog series in response to the latest health threat, which is the COVID-19, the coronavirus. So, what do you think are important to boosting your immune system? First thing is to know your numbers. We start off by talking about your metabolic efficiency and how it's so important to track your health and what your optimal numbers should look like. And then we talked about fear. You're probably aware of fear and how it can heighten your stress levels. But fear can also lower your immune system. To help you face your fear, we have also included an exercise in episode 2 that may help you release some of those fears.
So on the topic of fear, shelter in place is now extended to at least May 3rd for the people here in the Bay Area. And if you believe what the experts are telling you in the news, then we may actually see the death toll from COVID-19 up to 240,000 people in the US. And they also say that without the self-quarantine protocols, the death toll could be as high as 2 million people. Now the key is, how are you reacting to this piece of information? Are you just going to stay at home and hope that you won't catch the virus? Or are you actually going to fight back? How are you reacting to the fear that is all around us right now?
Many people are reacting to this fear by hoarding up supplies such as toilet paper and also buying lots of food that have a long shelf life. They may be spending a lot of money stocking up on foods, but they're not doing anything to boost their immune system. Foods that have a long shelf life are usually highly processed, high in calories, but low in nutrition. So they may have stocked up on a lot of food, but they don't get a whole lot of nutrition that they need to support their immune system during this time. When we go out and do our grocery shopping, we see many empty aisles, which means they are the most sought after items. So what are people stocking up with that we noticed?
Well, it doesn't matter whether it's like a local grocery store, a nationwide chain like Safeway, or even like a mega store like Costco. The common theme seems to be pasta, rice, bread, instant noodles, and flour. And also, the stuff that goes along with the pasta and rice, such as pasta sauce, dumplings, spam, and all types of pre-made meals. We also noticed that junk food filled with high fructose corn syrup, such as the Twinkies, Ho-Hos, Ding Dongs, are super hot items. And of course, soda, sugary drinks, and liquor are also selling like hotcakes. Now the weird thing is, the produce section still has an amazing selection of fruits and vegetables. And that's where we tend to hang out.
Yeah, it's springtime, right? If you haven't noticed, and most of us probably haven't gone out too much. And this is the best time to eat the rainbow. The more colorful the fruit or vegetable, the higher the nutritional value. If all you're eating is brown or white, more than likely you're eating foods that are high in calories but low in nutritional value. Fresh produce tends to have a shorter shelf life, but some can last a little longer than others. What do you suggest to shop for when shopping for fresh produce?
We try to get as many colors in as possible, and some of the foods that you see here are actually quite hardy and they can last for maybe up to almost a week. So things like sweet potatoes, onions, spaghetti squash, cabbage, beets, carrots, celery, cauliflower, apples, oranges, grapefruits, and lemons. Now the others that are good for probably about 5 to 7 days are the different colored peppers, the tomatoes, avocados, bananas, mangoes, and pineapples. We also load up on fresh berries such as strawberries, raspberries, or any type of berries. We love berries because they're high in vitamin C and antioxidants, but they only last a few days at home. So for us, we tend to buy a lot, but we freeze some of the berries so that we can use them later for fruit sauces and for smoothies. Now, we also try to eat as organic as possible because of the harmful pesticides and herbicides and whatever sides that can be found in many of these the produce. These toxic chemicals can compromise your gut bacteria, which is part of your immune system. Organic produce are generally a little bit pricier, so sometimes we do refer to the EWG Dirty Dozen and Clean 15 list. We have a link here if you'd like to see which of the Dirty Dozen that you really must eat organic, and which are the Clean 15 that you can maybe perhaps just go with the non-organic options.
Our friends and family know that we don't really keep any white rice at home. We have very limited pantry space in our kitchen, so we almost never buy in bulk, such as big bags of rice. And we also are very conscious about what we put into our pantry. Most of the stuff in there are high nutritional value. So instead of refined white rice or white flour, we opt for the opposite, which is the purely black forbidden rice. You may also go with brown rice, red yeast rice, quinoa, farro, or any other type of ancient grain that you can try and you may like. As for the pasta, try to stay away from regular white pasta, which are highly processed. Instead, try brown rice pasta or even our favorite buckwheat sobas. Highly processed carbohydrates such as white rice and pastas tend to spike your blood sugar, which can lower your immune system and the number of white blood cells that fight off infection. Remember I talked about that in episode 1? Also, even though you may not have celiac disease, many people actually are very sensitive to gluten without even being diagnosed with it. If you're gluten sensitive, eating wheat products can cause mild inflammation inside your digestive system. Remember, if your body is busy fighting inflammation, then it won't have the resources to fight off infections coming from the outside. I know you're looking at this whole pile of fruits and vegetables and wonder how we're going to eat all this within a week. Well, why don't you give them a few tips on how we cook and use up these fruits and vegetables?
Well, fruits and vegetables are beautiful and versatile. You can be as creative as you like and come up with a gazillion different ways to prepare them. Now, instead of going for the high-processed cereals, breads, and oatmeals in the morning, try blending some of these vegetables and fruits, just mix them together with some flax seeds, chia seeds, MCT oils, and other superfoods with your favorite protein powder to make some super yummy smoothies. We also buy organic bone marrow and make our own bone broth. It is super easy if you have an Instant Pot. Just put the bones in a pot, add water, turn it on, and it's done. We also like making stews with either grass-fed beef or organic chicken, and we throw in onions, celery, carrots, cabbage, peppers, tomatoes, whatever you see here. We can just throw it into a stew and make it as hearty as you like. You can also steam or bake some of these vegetables like spaghetti squash, cauliflower, broccoli, and sweet potatoes. And of course, you can do the Asian way and stir fry these vegetables together with some healthy oils, such as coconut oil or avocado oil. Now try to stay away from the highly processed oils such as vegetable oil, soybean oil, or canola oil, because they can cause inflammation to your body. Now as for strawberries and all the other berries, we either snack on them, make fresh desserts out of them, or freeze them for smoothies. We like to use them with keto-friendly desserts or gluten-free desserts such as the gluten-free apple berry pie that you just made not too long ago, or this fresh tofu pudding with berry sauce.
Okay. Now, we're going to be including a PDF download for what we recommend to buy when shopping for groceries, along with all their nutritional values. We'll also include the healthy cooking tips that we just talked about. Hit us up for any recipe ideas, or better yet, share your best recipes with us below. We are always looking to try new ways to cook fresh foods, and hit us up. We're very open to new ideas. Remember, the foods you put into your body either brings up your immune system or it's going to lower it. Choose wisely as they directly affect your digestive system, which accounts for about 60% of your immune system. Learn more about how our digestive health is important to your immune system in our free Gut Matters book, if you haven't downloaded it yet. And constant stress also causes inflammation inside your cells, and when your body is fighting inflammation inside, Remember, it doesn't have the resources to fight off external attacks. You do not want chronic inflammation in your cells, as that will cause you to be immunocompromised, and we don't want that right now, right? Remember to check out our free video on how inflammation in your cells can cause chronic conditions in the future, if you haven't already done so, with the link provided here. In the next episode, we're going to talk about household cleaners and how they can affect your health and immunity. So see you there. Until next time, love what you live and live what you love.